Hey, Turner fans, Joe Pal Big D back here again with my top 10 movies of 2019. So I like to do this once a year. I'd sit down for a moment, kind of look back at all the movies that I saw this year and kind of pick through what I felt were my top 10 movies that I loved the most this year. There will be some movies that will be omitted, not because I don't think they were any good, because I didn't see them. This list I'm about ready to read to you is what I actually saw in theaters this year. So movies like Ford versus Ferrari, which I hear is a really good movie, I did not see, so it does not appear on the list. Only movies I saw this year appear on this list, so it might be a little bit weird. You might be like, wait a minute, what about this movie, what about that movie? But this is what I saw last year. And then be on the lookout too, because I will, probably halfway through the video, I'll throw in a couple of other movies that I really liked, but just didn't make my top 10. So let's get started. So my top 10 movies of last year at number 10 is, this is going to throw you guys all off, because it's like, oh, wait a minute. Ready or Not. I really love that movie. I thought it was a really well done movie. I like the gimmick of it, of being a hide and seek movie with a little bit of flair to it. I thought it was a really well done movie. It paced really well. Matter of fact, I just watched it again the other night. I absolutely loved it. I really thought it was a well done movie. And it was just, it's so different from what you normally see in Hollywood nowadays. So I really liked it. So top 10, and number 10 would be Ready or Not. Number 9 is a DC movie, and that would be Shazam. You know I'm going to throw DC on here. I really like Shazam. I actually like Shazam more than I thought I was going to. I wasn't too sure about Zachary Levi being in the movie. I was like, I don't know. I remember him from Chuck. I don't know if he's going to do really well, if he can really pull it off, but I thought he did an amazing job. Enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a fun thrill ride, but it was great for a whole family movie. I didn't think it's something I felt you could bring your whole family to and watch and really enjoy it. And it was fun. It was just a really fun, great popcorn movie. So number 9 being Shazam. Number 8 is a Marvel movie, and this is probably going to shock you because I know more people have this up at the top of the list. This is going to be Avengers Endgame. I really liked Avengers Endgame. I thought it was a really good movie. I had a lot of fun with it. I just felt there was 7 other movies that were better. You know, I think that and not necessarily better, but I think that appealed to me a little bit more. They were different. They were out of the box. A lot of the movies that are on here aren't just your typical, what I feel like, Hollywood movie. They're a little bit different. So, although I loved Avengers Endgame, and quite frankly, in my opinion, probably one of the better MCU movies out there, I just felt that was a good position for me because I really did enjoy it, but not as much as some of the other ones that are coming out. So that'd be number 8, Avengers Endgame. Number 7 is Midway. That's right. I really enjoyed Midway. I know a lot of people didn't, but I love movies like that. I love epic war movies where it's everybody against the good guys and they're facing the odds. And I really liked the movie. I thought it was well done. I liked the special effects in the movie. I thought the movie had a lot of heart, and I thought it came out at around appropriate time. So I really enjoyed it. I heavily recommend it. I don't think it's in the theaters anymore. It really should be seen on the big screen because it's a very big in scope movie. But I really liked it. So my number 7 was Midway. Number 6, it's going to be another one that's going to kind of throw you off, and that is Crawl. Yes, Crawl, the one with the alligators. I love that movie. Again, it was a creature feature, but it was different from what I've seen in the past. I really liked it. Barry Pepper was awesome in that movie. Big fan of his anyways. But I really thought that movie was a lot of fun. And I think it's like 88 minutes long, but it's 88 minutes of just pure adrenaline. You're just go all the time. They kept throwing new things in. They kept it going. They kept you guessing the whole time. I really, really enjoyed it. Thought it was a great, fun movie. I've watched it 2 or 3 times since I watched it in theaters. Just fun, just out fun, great popcorn flick with, like I said, creature feature. You can't go wrong with it. So number 6 was Crawl. My number 5 pick, let's see here, is John Wick 3. Yes, John Wick Part 3. I really like this movie. The cool thing about the John Wick movies, it just keeps getting better and better as each movie goes along. And this one, I mean, come on. The horse kick. And if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. That horse kick, that first time that horse kick kicked that guy in the head, I was on the floor. I was laughing, but at the same time, I was in awe. I was like, oh my God. I really enjoyed that movie. Again, every time you watch a John Wick movie, they up the stakes on this guy more and more and more and more. Keanu Reeves, man, that guy's becoming a national treasure in my opinion. I can't wait for Bill and Ted. Just a great movie, really fun. A lot of really good action. Just yeah, it's another one of those adrenaline junkie movies, and I'm an adrenaline junkie, so that was a lot of fun. So number 5 would be John Wick. Number 4 is this one's getting a lot of buzz and obviously winning some awards, and that is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I like Quentin Tarantino movies. I really do. My only complaint about Quentin Tarantino is sometimes he has a chance to be a little long-winded. Like Inglourious Basterds. I love Inglourious Basterds, but that opening sequence is like 20 minutes of just dialogue. You're like, okay, can we get the movie going a little bit? But this movie I thought was, in my humble opinion, his best well-rounded movie. I didn't feel like there was a lot of time where there's just a lot of just dialogue going on for a while without something going on. I thought it was really neat. I liked his idea of like an alternative story of what the way things that may have gone instead. And I really enjoyed that. I thought Margot Robbie did a tremendous job. Brad Pitt was without a doubt one of my favorite characters in that movie. I loved his character so much. I almost idolized that character. That guy was great. And DiCaprio did an amazing job too. So it was a really well-rounded movie. Really well casted. I mean, Tarantino really did a great job casting this movie, and it just kind of brought 60s Hollywood really to life. So my number 4 would be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. My number 3, now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. My number 3 is Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. Okay, now I'm waiting for it. Here it comes. What? I can't believe you like number 3. What are you talking about? I'm a Star Wars nut. Okay, of course Star Wars is going to be up there. I'm surprised I didn't put it number 1. But these 2 movies are my number 1 and number 2 movies. It was a little hard to put that over it. But I love Star Wars. I want to see it again. I love the whole franchise. I don't care if Jar Jar Binks is in it. It doesn't matter to me. I'm a Star Wars fan. I've been a Star Wars fan since I was 6 years old and saw the original Star Wars in theaters. And, I mean, literally, they could put a piece of dirt on there with an X-Wing flying over it, and I'd be the first one in line to go see it. Just because I like those characters. I love those movies, and they really do hold a special place in my heart. So my number 3 is Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. So before I tell you what my number 1, number 2 pick are, let me tell you a couple of movies that honorable mentions. For me, I'm going to do my top 5 honorable mentions. So number 1 for my honorable mentions would be Alita Battle Angel. I loved it. I thought it was good. My only complaint about the whole movie was some of the digital effects at the very end kind of got sloppy. But I liked it. I really wish they would do a sequel too, because they left it wide open for one. And I'm really bummed because I know it didn't do as well in theaters as I was hoping it would do. But I loved it. So Alita Battle Angel. The next number 4 on this list would be, let's see here, is Hotel Mumbai. I don't know if you saw this one, but it's about the story about Hotel Mumbai and terrorists taking it over. Had Armie Hammer in it. I really like that movie too. I love movies like that where you got a bunch of people that are in peril. They've all got to work together, but you've always got 1 or 2 jerks that don't want to work together, and they've got to figure out a situation. And I really liked. I thought it was a well done movie. It was really action packed. It kept in the edge of your seat. I didn't know much about this story before I saw the movie, and I know that they took some liberties, but it's kind of nice to see how they kind of put things together and made it all work. And I did read up on it afterwards, so. I really enjoyed that. So my number 4 honorable mention would be Hotel Mumbai. My number 3 honorable mention is Us. I really did enjoy Us last year. I think that it was a really good movie. It really kind of kept you guessing. I love movies that keep you guessing. I really, really do. I think they're a lot of fun. And just brings you more like you're more part of the movie. So I really enjoyed it. It was a really good story. Was it Jordan Peele? I think it is that directed it. That guy has got a career. I mean, he's an amazing director already. He's only directed a couple movies. I can't imagine what he's going to be doing in the future. So my number 3 honorable mention would be Us. My number 2 honorable mention would be a movie called The Dead Don't Die with Adam Driver. I like this movie. I'm a big zombie movie fan. It's probably my favorite niche when it comes to horror movies and zombie movies. But this it really was like Logan Lucky meets like The Big Lebowski. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, it really was crazy. It was just kind of all over the place, but it was fun to watch these characters act, and kind of it's almost like it was like Fargo too, where the kind of people aren't quite all there. They're not quite the cream of the crop, so to speak. They're all kind of just like, hey, what's going on? Like they're just kind of in this haze. But it was a really fun zombie movie. I mean, it took them forever to even realize what was going on in the movie. It was great, but I really liked it. So I think that's my number 2, right? And my number 1 honorable mention would literally have to be, well, no, not that one. Oh, you're going to kill me for this one. It's a movie called Good Boys. I actually really like Good Boys. I liked it a lot. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. It is so funny to watch kids swear, and to swear the way they did and the situation they got in. And my nephew, who I love dearly, is that same age as those kids in that movie. And all I kept thinking was, oh man, I wonder if he's doing that stuff. I remember doing some of that stuff when I was a kid. But I really thought it was a lot of fun, and I just went with it. And actually, let me put one more in there. I want to pick one more because I forgot about this movie too. The last movie, my honorable mention, would be Brightburn. I really like Brightburn too. I thought that was a great superhero movie. I like the fact it's kind of it was very much the question of, if Superman came to Earth, but he turned out to be evil instead of good, what would happen? And I feel like this movie really set that up really well. It bums me out it didn't do very well in theaters, because they really set it up for like a series of movies, but it didn't do very well, so we'll probably never see it again. But I did really enjoy that. So my last honorable mention would be Brightburn. Now let's get back into my top picks. So number 2 on my top picks is A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I really liked it. I grew up with Mr. Rogers. I watched Mr. Rogers every day when I was a kid. I didn't miss his show. I absolutely loved it. In fact, when I watched my nephew a few times and stuff like that when he was littler, and I'd find old episodes that we'd watch them together, stuff like that. Mr. Rogers, what a true, just good human being overall, and just kind of a real inspiration to people, And I think Tom Hanks hit a home run with it. He played him so well. It was really scary how well he played him. There were times you felt like he was Mr. Rogers. He did such a good job. The movie was well directed. It was really well acted. It was a really good story to it. And it kind of had a really good, moral to the story at the end. So I loved it. I can't wait for it to come out on video so I can watch it again. But if you get a chance, watch it. Trust me, you'll like it. That's A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. So that's my 2 through 10 plus my honorable mentions. Now we're going to get to the drum roll. My number 1 movie, you probably could guess it. But if you can't, it is, of course, Joker. I thought that Joker was the most amazing movie I saw last year. I was completely taken aback by the movie. I knew it would be good. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix, regardless of what his antics are outside of the movie itself, what he did in that movie, the amazing portrayal of the Joker, was just unmatched. The only person ever close to that would be Heath Ledger, obviously. But he did such an amazing job. He transformed himself into the criminally insane Joker like nobody's business. I watched that movie just in utter awe the whole time. When that movie ended, I was like, it's over? Wait a minute. It was just so well done, well directed, well casted. Just everything about that movie worked. It was such a good movie. It really kept you engaged, and you just didn't want it to end. I loved it. It comes out next week. I am so buying it. We're going to watch it that night. I can't wait to see that movie again. I really loved it. It's not often a movie like that I love so much that I'm just like, I almost fiend for it. But and it's a DC movie, which obviously I'm a huge DC fan, so that just worked out well for me too. But even if I wasn't, if this was a Marvel movie that was the Joker, I still would have made it number 1, because I just don't think there was another movie out there. And again, I didn't see Knives Out. Again, I didn't see Ford versus Ferrari. I didn't see a couple of the movies that came out. But for the movies that I saw this year, I felt it was definitely the best movie out there. So that is it. That is my top 10 movies of last year. Leave me some comments down below. I know a few of these choices are going to be like, what are you talking about, Big D? This don't make no sense. But leave me some comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. What were some of your favorite movies last year? I'm really curious to know what other people's favorite movies were last year. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like video. If you want to see more videos by me, click the subscribe button. The notification bell will notify you when I do put videos up. Also be on the lookout. I'll be posting my top 10 disappointing movies of 2019. That should be coming out in a couple days. Again, thank you guys all for watching. You guys rock. Everybody take care. Always keep hunting, because honestly, never return to find. And as always, live long and prosper. Bye.